Hey guys, I'm Lily O'Reilly. This is Lily O'Reilly Reads, and I recently read Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, and I wanted to kind of talk with you guys about it. So let's get to that, huh? Okay, so I recently picked up the audiobook version of Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, read by Christine Lakin. This book is creepy and wonderful. First off, Christine Lakin, I believe, has done reading for a couple of Mira Grant series. She's got this really mellow, kind of hauntingly creepy tone to her voice that is just a pleasure to listen to in an audiobook. And I can 100% recommend her as a narrator, audiobook voiceover person. I don't know. If there's a term for it, let me know. The book itself is a lot of fun. It is I think it's a horror book. It is about a research expedition that goes out to the Marianas Trench to try to find mermaids. And then they do. And then it all goes to shit. So I'm going to try to avoid giant spoilers. The rough plot is, in the first 5 minutes, you hear about this yacht that an entertainment company sent out with like some documentary style people who were trying to find mermaids. And then they did, because the mermaids fucking ate everybody. Yeah, first 5 minutes of the book, like you hit straight into the action. And you wind up following this girl called Tori, who is the younger sister of a girl who was killed on the original ship, the Targatus. And she has grown up to be a marine researcher searching for mermaids. And she and her research partner and a bunch of other characters, including an autistic, socially anxious, lesbian host, basically. Like a TV personality with the mic that would interview people at like Comic-Cons and stuff. You get a pair of deaf scientists. You get a lovely, crotchety older lady who's like the top tier mermaidologist, and her estranged husband. And it's just so good. All of these characters feel real. Like, I understand that I just rattled off a bunch of words there, and a lot of people are going to be like, oh no, it's an SJW book. But like, I've done science. In the real world, in science, there are deaf scientists, there are queer scientists, there are neurodivergent scientists. And this book is written like someone who has interacted with scientists. Like, there are scientists that are pig-headed and stubborn and awful. And then there are scientists that are just absolutely devoted to the pursuit of knowledge. And it's just, it strikes me as being really real for a book that is about the horror of searching for the unknown and finding it. She writes these characters like they're real people. And it never feels like, oh, well, I need to pander and throw in this subset of people or this subset. It's just like, oh, hey, by the way, we've got 2 deaf scientists, and here's the ways that this new ship is accessible for them. And you have, like, oh my God. So the crotchety older lady scientist, her estranged husband he deals with chronic pain and some sort of like disability. And it's just these people are so real, and I love it so much. Sorry. Like, I legitimately, when I was reading this book, listening to it, and the audiobook clocks in at like 17 hours and 15 minutes. So it's not a ridiculously long audiobook, but it's definitely fast-paced and enjoyable enough that as you're trekking through, it doesn't feel slow. The book's over before you realize it. But like, as I'm listening to this book, I had legitimate moments of, oh my God, like, you put a queer subplot in there between a bisexual woman and a lesbian woman, and it just fits. It just fits into the plot. And I don't know about y'all, but I am fucking starving for more books where it's not a lesbian romance book. It's a book about like fucking, we're on a ship and we're all going to get eaten by cryptids, and by the way, here's a little lesbian subplot. That shit's great. I want more of that shit. If you know about books that are that shit, put it in the comments, because I am starving for it. But yes, this book, if you can't tell, I liked this book. It was really, really good. So like, if you want science, because her science is solid for somebody that's writing about cryptids. If you want real characters, if you are not afraid of running into like scenes of drowning, that is the only thing that gets to me, is like, because it's on a ship and it's out in the water, there are multiple scenes where characters either do drown or are in danger of drowning, and that can get a little panicky. I can tell you, there's also a couple scenes of animal death. It's not super graphic, but it does happen. There are 0 scenes. There is no sexual assault. There's no rape. There's no implied rape. There's nothing that even gets mildly ooh-hoo-hoo about the sexy, which is fucking great. Like, I'm just tired of sexual violence in my books. So it's completely safe for that. Let's see. I can't think of any other major, like, trigger warnings that would need to be brought up. Overall, it's like, well, there's some violence, but I mean, you're reading a horror book about killer mermaids. Like, there's gonna be violence. Overall, damn fine book. Like, damn fine read. Like, I really enjoyed the shit out of it. I say go pick it up. If you have a library card, you can download the Overdrive app in the US. And you can use the Overdrive app to check out audiobooks and books from your library to your phone, which is super helpful. That's how I got a hold of my copy, even though I've had a physical copy sitting on my bookshelf for like a week. I've had a physical copy sitting there for like 9 months. Come on, own up. So yeah, damn good book. Go pick it up. And that means I have to do my spiel now, which is, if you like my shit and you enjoy listening to me ramble, thumbs up, share this with people, leave me a comment, toss me a couple bucks on Ko-Fi, maybe, like, NBD. I'm just happy, and I really want to tell people about these super cool books that, like, nobody else in my circle is talking about these books. I need to yell about it to somebody, so y'all get it. Congrats. But seriously, Mira Grant writing Into the Drowning Deep, read by Christine Lakin. Phenomenal book. Go, read, enjoy. Shoot. Bye, guys.